OMI update video. We have GrumpyCat, we have Earth2, we have everything. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We've got quite a bit to go over. So let me go and go to the live stream real quick. Okay, there we go. We have, oh God, we have a bunch of stuff. So let's start. Where are we going here? I guess we could start with the GrumpyCat. Yeah, we'll do GrumpyCat, we'll do Earth2, we'll do OMI, and then a bunch of the Veve news. Then obviously I'll be asking for questions because that's what I do. So any question y'all want to ask, just hop it all up down there. GrumpyCat on the day is, oh my God, down about 17%. So it's, I should have got more. I got, man, I got more OMI recently. For those of you that do not know, I'm up to 176 million OMI. Depending on what happens before the end of the month, I do have another side gig lined up for the next 2 weeks, so that'll be pretty good. Depending on what happens, I could get another million OMI by the end of the month. Yeah, that'll probably happen. And then we have, but honestly, GrumpyCat at these levels, I'm probably gonna go get some. It is I don't know if this is be considered the end of the bear, the beginning of the bull, the pre-bull, whatever it is. You do have I mean, was Bitcoin up like 100%, year over year? I mean, we were down at like 15K at one point, but I think we're down like 18K like last year. So this is a lot of people are feeling fairly bullish. We had one whale the other day. I think it was Thursday morning that literally had they were buying $3 million worth of Bitcoin every 3 hours. Like, oh my God, that's incredible. So you see this a lot with OMI, and you see it with GrumpyCat, you see it with a lot of coins that are just like, hey, the market's pumping, I'm going to sell down here for a loss so I could chase those green candles. And, for some of these people, yes, buying Solana at 50 and maybe Solana goes to 150, cool. But Solana's already done like a 7 or 8x from right now. It's already done, or from its low. So kind of going into the green candles, buying into those is usually something I never really want to do. But again, sometimes that works. Sometimes it just started, and then it'll keep going, even if there are pullbacks in between. So really what you're seeing with a lot of OMI and GrumpyCat is the kind of selling of it for other stuff. So I'll probably go and get more GrumpyCat next Friday, unless there's a holiday, in which case I'll get it on Thursday. No, it'll be on Friday. And also there's something called, oh God, I have to Google this. Alice Arena. Veve is doing some type of event, and I'm not sure where. Oh yeah, it's in Altice. It's not Alice, it's called Altice. So there's an event in Portugal. I have to go and find this. Maybe I'm tripping, and maybe this is something that is not no, I don't think I can talk about that. Anyway, we're gonna move on from there, and just let you guys know that GrumpyCat is under a $2 million market cap right now, and it will be and again, just based on the trajectory that's been going, could be 1.5 at some point. Like I said, I won't be buying for another week. OMI, on the other hand, has been up and down. I don't think it was down that low in a day. We are at 000659. We're down about 0.8% on the day. Despite there being 838,000 in volume, there's just been a lot of people. Despite the amount of buys that there have been, I've had a couple whales buy tens of millions, but there's just been that many big sellers. So a lot of these sales really just come from one big wallet. And obviously you have, hey, OMI's kind of really not doing anything or going down as the rest of the market's pumping. However, that is from a couple of these wallets that have had billions, and they've already sold these billions. So if you go and obviously OMI on exchanges likely won't happen, I don't know, 6 months, give or take. Once that happens, obviously, you take away the power from a lot of the whales that wanted to sell, because this way there's just a lot more volume. But somebody was explaining to me the other day, is like, listen, technically OMI doesn't need a ton of exchanges. Once you're able to buy OMI on the app, and once we have, we'll have OMI to accessory pretty early, then OMI to bronze tickets, then OMI, so it's going to have a ton of utility. But as long as some of the games and some of the things to do on the app and inside the VVverse are fun, then the amount of exchanges won't really matter, because the people that are going to be buying it aren't necessarily going to be like, oh, it's a bull market or it's a bear market. They're just going to be like, oh, hey, I need this to play my game. And that's pretty much it. Anywho, moving on here. Let's see how the rest of the market did. I haven't really taken a look at these. Oh, Bitcoin up to 37,000. Nice. So Bitcoin up 1% a day. ETH down about 3.2. BNB 2.4. XRP 1.5. Solana's up 19% at $55. Oh my God, up 40% on the week. Solana's been killing it recently. Lido Stakes down 3%, Cardano up 2%, Dogecoin up 2%. So it's a kind of a mixed bag. If things are up, they're up, like Solana. If things are, I guess, again, being down 3.2% like Ethereum and down 2.4% on Binance, BNB is fine. Ethereum's still up over 2K over on the day, or 2K in general. Chainlink's another one that's been killing it, 32% this week, heckin' nuts. Polygon 23%. So we have a bunch of stuff to go over from Earth2, and I probably should have went over this before the OMI stuff, but we'll take a couple of things here that we got to take a look at. One of which is just, it's a couple of things from Shane. They are very, very important, so I'll only go over a couple of them. For Earth2, we have Kelvin Gui says, Shane, what kind of rewards can we look forward to in the land voting system? Shane said, the reward of power to determine which territories are released. There may also be strategies too, and I'm sure players will probably have different ideas on what areas they want to live in first, so they may be competing competitive voting. Be advised, for Earth2, it was a mission. It was basically a drop for Veve in its heyday. You go and say, hey, this new region of Earth2 is unlocked. Let's all get as many tiles of land that you can get, and it was so heckin' hard. I mean, there's 650,000 accounts in Earth2. Only 150,000 are active each month. But still, the fact that you had at one point 650,000 people going, trying to buy all the same land, it was impossible to really go get it. And now, again, they don't have over 500,000. They don't even have 500,000. Don't have 250,000. But 150,000 active accounts each month, all doing stuff on Earth2 is very promising. And again, this is in the bear market. This is when they do not have their Essence launch. But I think that's going to be launched sooner than we think, and I'll get to that. Anyway, next to say, so it possibly may be deflationary in this bear market. Talking about Essence. And Shane says, there are mechanisms 100% linked to the Earth2 platform that will determine when the deflationary systems are activated. So Essence will be deflationary. The max would be 5 billion fully diluted, not market, just fully diluted supply. But there's stuff that's already been burned, and there's going to be a lot more being burned as well. Mr. Green says, I always figured that as the player base grows, the amount of Essence we get will drop. So I have to get it while the getting is good. Talking about raiding, talking about doing other stuff on the app, building side droids and things. And Shane says, well, there will be some truth to that, yes. Meaning that at some point, when a bunch of the players go and, we go from 150,000 active accounts each month to over 1 million, the amount of Essence you're going to get is surely going to drop. Delsain says, is the token going to ride this new crypto bull market? And Shane says, I can't foresee the future, but I have made it no secret the token release is one of the biggest focus points for us right now. Not the only focus point, though. We're still progressing with other development, such as the drone video game, the other stuff inside, the Ready Player Me avatar stuff. Again, Ready Player Me is going to be doing the avatars for both VVverse and Earth2. So that's super, super exciting. Can't wait for that type of interoperability. And again, a big focus point, I would say in the first half of 2024, you get Essence. And I cannot heckin' wait. Pellis Dorkslayer says, Shane, having a matching set of civilians going to have more benefits in the future for the ecosim? Shane says, it does seem to be a thing at the moment, so it might be an indication. We do have Virtual Tycoon saying, players can come across roaming pockets of ether. How awesome. Brilliant. People will love to roam Earth2 in search of loot. And Shane said, yes, Earth2 version 1 will be a pretty interesting place for your average explorer. So again, we're going to have probably something, heard it here first, Metaverse Wars. Decentraland and, I can't even remember, the Sandbox, it's fine. It's okay. Some people play it. But again, you have for Veve, which does not have a metaverse yet, you have like 25,000 active users each month that does at least one buying and one selling transaction. And then you have Earth2, which has 150,000 active accounts going and raiding. They're doing their side droids, they're collecting jewels, they're buying and selling land. It's incredible. I cannot wait to see who's going to come out on top as far as the metaverse. I can't wait. I mean, obviously, Veve is king with IP and king with, oh god, just everything they're putting together is incredible. The Earth2 team is technically not that big. They they did have a lot of contractors that came and went, and the team's more solid now. Dylan Ceo's still over there. Obviously, Shane has an incredible close knit team. But yeah, the amount and the drone video game is already built. Like they bought that and they'll release it for free, which is great. They just delayed the release for it. But the Metaverse Wars, go in the 2030s. They're going to look back, on these next few years. You know how we had console wars in like the 90s and 2000s. You're gonna have Metaverse Wars in this. So, anyway, moving on here. Where was I? So, I won't get into that. Let me get into what date is this? Oh, it's from yesterday. Okay, hang on. Other stuff. China is preparing to launch a Bitcoin ETF through Hong Kong Bitcoin. So shout out to China for that. Despite the certain things that they may or may not do to their own people, to other people, especially in Taiwan. Something that really worries me is really, it's great that China's getting into Bitcoin. That's just good for crypto. That's just good for the space. But the U.S. is really like, how are you the world's superpower? Okay, the world's superpower because you're the biggest economy. Great. How do you continue to be that when China's economy is going to be a lot bigger? Well, you can, thankfully the U.S. has the best minds, they have the best colleges, and they could out innovate. But the crypto is the thing that will go and really kind of keep us up front if we really get ahead of that. And all of the richest people that do it are in the U.S. But China, El Salvador, a bunch of these countries, and again, El Salvador is not threatening anyone, but China getting out in front of this, that does kind of worry me a little bit. But again, it's good for the space, so huzzah to that. Contracts, Harris Ryan going out and saying, flex time, show me your favorite Veve collectibles that you stack the most. I go first. He has 90 editions of the Spider-Man Ultra Rare. He has 39 editions of the Superman first appearance. He has 58 editions of Bubbles. Guys, there are only 600 of her. He has 10% of the Bubbles. I did not even know that. Oh my god. That is just absolutely the craziest stack of Bubbles that I've ever seen. I don't think anyone has anything close to that. That's 50 grand in Bubbles. He has 43 Captain America secret rares, basically having about I don't know, like 5% of that supply as well. All right, so there's going to be, in the next 2 minutes, spoilers for Miss Marvel. Come back in 2 minutes from right now. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you have the people that are stayed for the end credits, and who did we see in that? Okay, well, we see Kate Bishop. I was wondering why we didn't get Hawkeye and Kate Bishop on the premiere of the Hawkeye series. Well, it's because Kate Bishop is over here. So at the end of the movie, Kamala Khan comes in kind of dressed like Nick Fury, and she's like, "Hello, Kate Bishop. It is I, Kamala Khan. I see you're a young superhero." And then Kate Bishop's like, "I'm 23." As in, like, they're kind of making fun of the Young Avengers thing. But the Young Avengers thing is definitely going to 100% happen. We knew it, from a few years ago. You had all these young people lining up. You have Kamala Khan, you have Kate Bishop. And then she even mentions Ant-Man. She's like, "Did you know Ant-Man had a daughter?" And Catherine Newman's like 27 years old. She's not young. I mean, she's young, but she's not like... Kamala Khan's like 17. Again, Kate Bishop's 23. Kid Loki, who's supposed to be like 14 or whatever, him and Alligator Loki are going to come in. So this is going to be the Young Avengers. So I went and bought a couple more Cassie Langs, who's going to be in the Young Avengers. I am going to get Kate Bishop. We have like another minute before I get it. Anyway, X-Men are coming in. You have, at the end of it, Hank, Monica Rambeau goes into like another reality. You see Hank from X-Men, Beast, and I was like, I screamed. The audience screamed like, ah! It was amazing. I was so heckin' excited. Okay, 30 seconds or 25 seconds before they come back. The spoilers. Anyway, um, we're going to be getting. David had teased us going and getting, whether it's cats, whether it's the Flurkins. I'm pretty sure we're getting Marvel Mighties. Hopefully, one of them is going to be a cat. Um, and that's it. So no more spoilers for now. But those are the things that I bought just because that's what Marvel's doing with them. What was I talking about beforehand? Okay, I was just talking about stacks. So the stacks that I put against him was like, hey man, I have the number, or I have 23 Cassie Langs, 19 of them are sub 100s. I got a couple more Cassie Langs since then just because. 78 Lady Deadpools, a 201 common alligator Lokis, and then the other one's not really stacks, but just the two gold and silver Veve logos. And then, so Veve official had gone on and posted good morning, and it looked like it's Big Bird over on roller skates. So we're thinking we might get a Big Bird over here from Sesame Street. When she used you. Okay, I can't read that one. The Spider-Verse, Spider-Boy, that comic had made Veve, I think, like 39, 40,000. So shout out to them for selling that out real quick. That was good. Okay, so we have just in 9 trillion asset manager BlackRock registers Ethereum trust in Delaware. Oh, I wonder what's going on. Oh, and shout out to my boy Wells, who's getting honored by his base. I don't even know where it is. I served with him. He was like the guy that is so monotone and so like never showing emotion, but I love him. Happy Veterans Day to my. It's observed today, even though the free food is tomorrow. So I will likely not be here tomorrow because I will be eating all of the food. Anyway, can't go on that. Updates on Veve. So this is like our, I don't know, like 12th update this year, 13th update this year. I think the last like 8 of them have just been minor fixes and improvements. So nothing crazy yet. I'm waiting for a big one. I don't know when it'll be, but it'll be soon. I hope. Shall thrill. Okay, so we have some Feesh news. The Feeshes say Feesh clothes, final name to be determined, are coming. Every Feesh gets 6 unique items to drag and drop to customize their Feesh. Control how they look in your tanks, in your PFPs, and more. Feesh minted after the snapshot on the 15th will not get clothes. You all control the secondary. So Brock McWatchain reposts that and saying snapshot on the 15th to the third snapshot on the 15th, 130 plus items, all going out to Feesh holders. Feesh after the snapshots will be naked until they get stuff off the secondary. Custom PFPs, custom tanks, custom Feesh in tanks. Thinking that's pretty heckin' awesome. So here's some other things to buy. And again, I bought a couple more Cassie Langs. I don't know why I bought those. The people that anyway. So just not. This is not a spoiler. This is a account called Discussing Film, which has 1.2 million followers over on the X. Said Dogpool is coming in Deadpool 3. She is currently causing the Disney plushie merch department nightmares because Dogpool is generally, you know how Deadpool is just disgusting in his face and everything because he was burned and shot, whatever. Well, Dogpool has mange, Dogpool has fleas, Dogpool has everything that you could think that a dog would have. But again, it's a dog version of Deadpool, and I was gonna get another one. I was gonna pluck a couple from the market, but again, hopefully we are, and I'm pretty sure we are getting these Marvel Mighties again for the Marvels. So I was like, you know what, I need to really save gems for that. I'll put like 300 towards that. But yeah, it seems to me that a lot of the different characters we got in the Deadpool Marvel Mighties are coming in Deadpool 3, such as Dogpool. And I'm really hoping that we get Wanda Wilson. God, if Taylor Swift plays her. Oh, that dream come. What do I have to do to get that done? I know she's probably playing Dazzler, but you have no idea how much I would love that. Roblox CEO is talking about potentially adding NFTs to the gaming platform. Heckin' massive. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. We have Recur going on and sending out an email saying, as a reminder, the Recur platform will be deprecated starting November 16th in 2023. In light of this, please review the following instructions for your Recur account to ensure a smooth transition. You currently have one or more NFTs to withdraw from the Recur platform. You must withdraw your NFTs prior to 16 November 2023. NFTs that are not withdrawn prior to that date will be unrecoverable. So just a reminder for anyone that has anything on that platform, it might be worth something someday. So Jurassic World going out saying, after the park has closed, after the kingdom has fallen, a new era of chaos begins. Jurassic World Chaos Theory is coming to Netflix in 2024. Wonder what we're going to get on that for Veve. The Simpsons go out and saying Homer Simpson was unavailable for comment as he was busy strangling Bart, and Veve Digital Collectibles had reposted pure gold. Thought that was fucking amazing. Okay, no, can't go over that. Can't go over that. Can't go over that. Oh my God, why can't, there's so many things that I can't go over. The Daily Hodl goes and reports banker loses access to $450 million worth of Ethereum after misplacing wallet keys. Oh my God, I would commit seppuku. You would never see me again if that had happened. Jesus, man. This is why you have your stuff in separate wallets. Yeah. I really didn't go over too much of the Earth2 stuff before. I mean, I did. Listen, 150,000 active users pre-token. We're gonna like double. That I can't wait for that. If OMI's still down here in Q1 when that launches, which it might not launch until Q2, but if it does, oh my God, tens of thousands of dollars worth of OMI I'll be getting again. So Mr. MC1 says, warm welcome to Feesh, who opened his Veve account and also joined X. He is co-founder of Flyblock, a Harvard Innovation Labs incubated early stage company. So shout out to him. Always good to have Harvard people over in Veve. The more highly educated, highly successful people in your camp, the better. Puddin' Cheeks goes says, question of Veveverse beta testers, if you can answer, are we able to import our own 3D models, specifically STEP, PRT, IGs, or similar model platforms, or similar model formats? Brock and Blockchain goes and says, no, I believe that once they allow outside NFTs, the way in is to load 3D assets in as metadata and get them in that way. So that's in case anyone was wondering. Non-Fungible Wonderful goes out and says, Pineapple Gang, says, has anyone been able to send Bitcoin off of the secure wallet, like the OMI secure wallet? And Akomi responds saying, there's currently an issue fetching the gas fee. Development team is working to resolve it and will update when there is more info. I'm not 100% sure if that was resolved yet. I haven't heard anything to the prior. It might have well be, but I just might have missed it. So I'll keep you all posted. Who cares? Okay, so yeah, this is the quote for. Oh, I don't even know if I could say this. I don't think I can. I have some more GrumpyCat news, but I have to keep it quiet. It's a. Oh my God, it's a huge one. I feel like I've said too much already. If you have a Veve gold logo, they had a really cool gold logo survivor thing where you try to do a puzzle, and if you were the first 5 people to do a puzzle, DM Homie Max with a screenshot of this, or in the gold logo Discord, the first 5 people to make it, I will make it on the gold logo team. I don't know what that means, but I'm on a team. The team needs me. I don't know what team it is. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to go get Buffalo Wild Wings, Chili's, Denny's, Dickey's Barbecue Pit. I would get Dave & Buster's, but there's none near me. Dunkin' Donuts, Hooters if there's one near me, Krispy Kreme. What else we got? Outback Steakhouse is pretty legit. Red Lobster, I'm definitely gonna find one of those. Red Robin, Texas Roadhouse. They just give you a voucher to come back another day. Oh my God, I love that for a free meal. Why do I love that? Because I don't have to use it that day. You have Wendy's, you have White Castle, and those are the ones that I am going to. So there is one dude named Alfinius going out, and I don't even know who is responding. There's so much FUD. There's so much FUD on Twitter, which is great for those of us that want to stack down here. Let the FUD continue. Let that fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I won't do this because maybe I should. If I wanted to, I could go off and just be like, make the most cringe clickbait title video. OMI's not moving. I'm done. And then show me like selling like 20 million OMI. Like, hey guys, this is what I have in this wallet right now. This one wallet. I'm going to go and do this for every single one of my wallets. And I just sell, 20 million OMI, whatever. And then I just go over like all the FUD, be like, oh, the rest of the market's moving and we're staying stagnant. We're going down, which would probably cause, I don't know, like another 10, 15%, because they would be like, oh, Randy's dumping, he's dumping. Meanwhile, I can go and say, oh, yeah, I thought about it after I sold that. And I was like, nah. And then I make another video after it already dropped like 20%. Be like, guys, I bought back in, I'm back. Like, again, I would never do that, but oh my God, I would make so much money that way. Thankfully it's like a Luke Skywalker, that's what I'm saying, like, and like a fleeting ship in the night, it passed without another thought. And again, I would never do that, but goddamn. Anyway, so this guy goes and responds at a pretty level-headed response, saying Veve team are the largest holders of OMI, and it is in their best interest for the price of OMI to rise. They are also a legit company building and bridging a completely new product within a new and unregulated industry with massive partnerships and licensor agreements. So with that being said, it's probably better to let things progress a little more organically with the app and the brand than just pumping OMI. They could have listed and still could list OMI on any exchange they want with all the partnerships and connections they have. Think about it. OMI will be listed on most, if not all, major exchanges when the time is right. It's inevitable. What's wild to me is how people don't see it all lined up already. There aren't any projects in the Web3 space that have as many partnerships and licensed agreements than Akomi and Veve team, and they are some of the largest and most popular brands in the world. If any new token is being listed on major exchanges is going to make noise and break into traditional world news, it will be OMI because of all the brands and IP that are associated with Akomi and Veve that everyone in the world already knows all about. But the team wants OMI to be valuable, and the last thing they want to do is abandon the token. Again, there are people thinking that they're literally trying to abandon the token. Like, how much David and Dan have, right? You know how much is worth in their business development wallet. You know how do they go, and if they want to raise money, hey, how much are you guys worth? What's on your balance sheet? Well, we have this, 35 billion OMI, whatever it is. Okay, well, guess what? If that triples, the amount of money on that particular part of the balance sheet also triple. Like, I feel like people just don't understand business and they don't understand how things work. And like, it's anyway, this guy Alfinius just summed it up very, very well. All right, 27 minutes here. How much other stuff do I have before? Okay, not too. All right, a couple more things. Metamar says, about 2 years ago during Golden Moment Week, I made my first Veve official market purchase. Elsa, arguably the most popular female Disney character ever. Flash forward, my conviction for the future of digital collectibles is steadfast, and I find myself back where it all started, acquiring Elsa, number 41. Oh, that's incredible. Heckin' incredible. Finally, we're back with the collector spotlight. I don't know where they've been for this, but Veve says, we're back with another collector spotlight. When it comes to Web3, she's a force to be reckoned with. Introducing Miss Gecko, a member of Women X Veve and beloved collector in the Veve fam. Thank you for all you do and what you bring to the community. Her collector insight, quote, there is always hope. Never give up, end quote. Oh, God, I love that quote. There was another, I'll do that in a second. Hang on one second. I gotta text real quick. Okay, anyway, she goes and says her Veve birthday is 21 March 2021. First collectible is a DeLorean. Most prized collectible is Ink Stories Eve. That's a really cool one. Most sentimental is Dragon Girl. Favorite movie is Wall Street. Oh, that's not Wolf of Wall Street. This is back in the day. Is that Charlie and Martin Sheen? Oh, Gordon Gekko. Oh my God, it's just good movie. And then drop wish list is vintage Barbie. So I had somebody on like a comment before. It's like, wait, Randy, we have Mattel already because we have the Marty's hoverboard says Mattel on it, and yes, that's half true. We do have Marty's hoverboard and Mattel's right on there, but that wasn't licensed by Mattel. That was licensed by Universal. So no, I don't. I would say we do not have that yet. At some point, I think we will get that. And that seems to be it. Let's go over the comments. Let's see if there's anything else on the YouTube comments before I go here. And I don't believe there is. I think we're good here. All right, let's get this read. Smarty Pants says perfect entry for GrumpyCat Coin right now. Bullish AF. This is exactly where I accumulated a majority of my holdings. Oh, I'm so jelly. DB Crypto says GrumpyCat Coin preparing for the upcoming bull. The community is straight fire. Agreed. Oh, also what we're gonna do here is we're gonna ask everyone to go and smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Well, you know the non-free ways. Oh god. Oh god. All right, hang on. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get back to any of these times. We got GrumpyCat Russell saying GrumpyCat to the moon. Grab your bag now at a discount price. Let's freaking go, Randy. What's up, GrumpyCat Russell? Big A says try thick Latina to speed up. I don't know what that means, but that is hysterical. Big A with the upside down smile. Turtle says, let's go, Omi. Seems like I need to add to my bags this time before Whale Week. Viva la Vivi in France. This is, I mean, I'm accumulating here as much as I can. If it stays down here for another 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. 3 weeks. We'll say 3 weeks. Yeah. We're gonna have some good stuff. I'll hopefully be able to get a lot. Jim Farrell says, howdy. Turtle says, how did John's cryptotherapy accumulate so much OMI? I'm not 100% sure who that is, but I would guess just dollar cost averaging and buying down here. Again, I don't know how much they have, but I would say, I mean, right now it doesn't take like having 100 million OMI used to mean something. Now to have 100 million OMI, you don't even have to spend $100,000. So I would say right now, if you have 100 million OMI, I don't think I would consider like you a whale. I wouldn't say. I'd say a whale would maybe have 250,000. So I wouldn't consider myself a whale anymore. Yeah, I have a lot of OMI, but fuck, excuse my language. I spent like well over $250,000 when it was over, like 007, and like probably another. I mean, I think my dollar cost average right now is at like between 003 and 004. But yeah, like hundreds of thousands were in the double zeros, like mid to upper double zeros. And a lot. And obviously down here, I don't know what I have last year. I really don't remember, but I guarantee you I bought at least another 25, 30 million OMI this year, and I'm not done. So people that just have $80,000 right now could have well over 100 million. I mean, you had Mr. Rolex the other day on streams like, oh, when I go, I'll get 100 million on me, because again, it's not that much to get there. So yeah. Chase Blanchard says, woohoo, Randy, GrumpyCat Coin in the house. Wes says, just bought another 2 million more OMI. Get that bread, Wes. Get it. Congrats. Energy. Peace, man. Legacy Bermuda. What up? Mr. MC1 says, hi, all. What up, dude? Sowulo says, what up, my wimpwomps? What up, wimpwomps? I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to take offense. No, I won't. Big A says, Randy, have you checked out any of the metaverse competitors like Big Time or Wilder World? I have not. Can you tell me about them? I just don't know who they are. So I'd be curious to see what they're doing with life in general. Ooh, I am fat. This is tight on me. Good dash. Jordan Reese says, yo, what up, Jordan? Boo says, I'm watching your stream in my car. I just farted so loud. A lady from the next car over looked at me in shock. That's amazing. I love you guys so much. Wonton Man says, we love golden moments. We do. Golden moments are, God, they're so good. The first of their kind are incredible. Especially when you have, Simpsons going and taking a look at it. It's pretty fun. Jordan Reed says, bahaha, nice one, Booth. I think it's pretty good also. GrumpyCat Rose says, GrumpyCat Coin in the house. GrumpyCat Rose, happy Veterans Day. Can you talk about your service? Ooh, yeah. I wish I joined after high school because, I would have got it done. I would have got it over a lot quicker. I didn't join until I was 21, almost like 22, like right in basic training, and it was, basic just sucks. Like you're just sleep deprived, and everyone's screaming at you like 24/7. It's like, oh my, this is so stupid. I mean, most of it is dumb. Most of it is meant for kids 18, 19 years old that are getting out of high school. But I had lived on my own. I was in the workforce. I was, like I didn't need to be. I mean, it was good to be there. I mean, it wasn't, but it was, but a lot of it's just like attention to detail, and it's like okay, and some of it is like okay, hey, you learned a couple of things. Um, tech schools where people go to like kind of learn their jobs and what they're doing. Tech schools can be anywhere from like 2 months or 6 weeks or whatever, depending on your job, to like 18 months. It's like a year and a half. You're just in school, and it's, especially intelligence jobs, which, oh God, I wish I would have waited for that, to be honest, because so much fun. Like actually doing important stuff. Not that, putting cargo on aircraft wasn't important. Of course it is. You need to get stuff from point A to point B. But I was called 222, so air transportation. So basically, it's just driving a lot of big vehicles, basically running an airport. That's essentially what it is. And there's people there too. Obviously, you have troop movements. You have to go from one base to the other. And there's something called Space A, which is really cool. So if you're on active duty, well, in general, hey, we need, this plane is going here. We need this cargo going here. Okay, cool. We'll get this aircraft. Sometimes on an aircraft, let's say like a C-17 could hold 6 pallets, but 463L, 10,000 pounds each, or it can go up to 10,000 pounds each. But if you only have, let's say, it depends how they configure it. They configure it 3x3, or they do 3 up the middle, and they have a bunch of aisleways. You could have a bunch of extra seats on that flight, and you could have a bunch of, hey, we don't have as much weight that we could have, and we have extra seats. So if this one plane is going from where I was at, McGuire Air Force Base, to Ramstein, Germany, and you're on active duty, and you're like, hey, I want to go and I want to leave. I want to take some leave, and I want to go to Germany for a week. You can do that, and it's free. Like you fly for free. So that's pretty fun. And then if you're retired, you can do that as well. But the retirees, they're like, here's my papers, sign me up for space, sign me up for Space A, sign me up for Italy, sign me up here, and it's fine. But the people that go first are like, hey, if you have emergency orders, like emergency leave, and then like orders to go somewhere, and then it's active duty Space A, and then it's like dependents, and like the veterans, the retirees are like the last bottom of it. So in the summer, the terminal is filled with active duty wanting to go on leave somewhere, filled with old people, filled with trying to get this free flight over to Germany, or that's our most popular destination. Flight line is much, much chiller. It's much easier. Step in aircraft, you go and on that side, you go and bring up stuff, carry the manifest, whatever. But in ramp is where you really do a lot of, I guess, baggage pallets for packs as well. But ramp is where you really do a lot of like the heavier movements, where you go and cargo builds up the pallets mostly, and their backs are all destroyed. So is mine. But then in ramp, you go and, okay, take a forklift, put it on here, put on this K loader, and then you put the K loader out to the aircraft, and then you load everything on there. And a lot of times, these things, they weigh thousands of pounds, and you have to like push them. There are things now where, you have wheels on them and then they roll, but sometimes it's not so easy. And sometimes it's like uphill. It's like, oh my God, this is so dangerous. And sometimes you're like, yes, you're loading bullets and beans. So you're loading furniture, you're loading cargo, you're just loading people's bags. But sometimes you're loading bombs, and it's like, and you just think, if I like accidentally back up and I accidentally push this forward, we're all dead. Like we're we're all dead. And surprisingly, that really never happens. We're always fine. You just texted moi. Well, a lot of people just texted moi. Okay, I've been getting a lot of the. If anyone's texting me, Happy Veterans Day. I appreciate the support. I thank you. Anyway, so that gets to be really, and you get a lot of characters in there too. You get a lot of. There are some people that was in basic training with me that like never saw a black person, and then they look like, yo, who is that? I was like, oh, some dude named like McAllister. I was like, he's black. I was like, and I'm brown. It's like, oh well, we have, we got some brown folk where we are, but we don't have. And it's like a culture shock to some people. There's this one kid, Aitchison, that he was kind of a bully, like kind of like a someone that he was kind of mean to people, but he was also homeschooled. He was a big dude. He was like 20, and he would always like wait. Basic training is like one of the gayest things you can do because you're naked with like 40 other dudes, and there's like 12 shower heads. You have to double a shower heads. You have to double up on the shower heads, and you're like butt to butt, side to side, or front to front with another dude. It's you just have to make it efficient. So this one dude, Aitchison, who just was homeschooled, was never really out in not really be in a public changing room. He would always try to like kind of go last and just like kind of shower really quickly so he didn't have to be naked. But again, he was kind of a bully. So some of us just at the one time, some of these guys like, yo, you want to like get Aitchison? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, we're just gonna pour a bunch of shampoo on him. I'm like, yeah, let's freaking get him. So he's like in the shower, and we all come running in with like shampoo, trying to just like scare him, and he's in this corner like, no, no. If it was like a normal like a kid that was just small and geeky, not like annoying anyone, I would have shut that down. But this was hysterical, and he was cool with it afterwards. But anyway, so you meet a lot of characters, and then you have the missions on. I was telling my friends I live with, there are some supervisors that are like chill, like, hey, listen, do the work, complete all your CBTs, the computer-based trainings, and just don't get in trouble. Like, don't marry a stripper, don't do drugs, don't kill or hurt anyone, seriously injure, and then like we're good. Like, just show up on time, do the work, and then I'll let you guys go home early. We'll do half days. We'll split some shifts. Which means like if you're working 12-hour shifts, like, all right, let's split the shift. This group go home, do whatever. This group you're working these 6 hours, and then so sometimes you get people like that, and that's really fun. I remember, I won't say his name. We'll call him Mr. H. We'll call him Major H. First time he's my first commander. First base I get to, he's like, Airman Chavez, you doing drugs? No, sir. He's like, we're gonna find out if you are. I was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was, and then I don't think it was like a racial thing. It was just the base I was at happened to have a drug problem where everyone was pissing hot. They do random piss tests. So be advised, like, you can't even smoke weed in the military. It is the stupidest thing. So people get kicked out a lot for that. And and I was, up until that point, I was, a boxer. So I was like, super healthy, super lean, and super never sin against your talent. And now, alcoholic. But at the time, you have some supervisors that go and be like, okay, here's base. Draw me a map to your house so we can come get you in case you don't answer the phone one day. Wait, what do you mean, like, don't answer the phone? In case the night before you decide to get a wobbly stool and 6 feet of rope and, take the forever nap. I was like, oh, okay. Because, in the military have a lot of suicides. So like, okay. And they like visit you and baby you and just like come to come to the barracks and be like, hey, and you're like grown men at this point. A lot of people are again like 19, 20, some are still 18, but I was like 22. And I have supervisors that are like my same age coming in and like checking up on me, like to see if my room's clean. I was like, this is ridiculous. And that's some of the reason why, it doesn't really work for some people. Deployments are cool. I feel like I've been going on way too long about this. I'm so sorry. I'll talk a little bit about it at the end. GrumpyCat Russell. I feel like I've been going on way too long. Booth says right at Jordan Reeves. NFT Heroes laughing. What says Randy could fight OMI triples to is that triples 03 if you wanted. I could. Energy says hello there. General Darth Chaos. What's up, Darth Chaos? Energy, thank you for the hearts. Bill Garner says literally just walked out of the Marvels. Oh, dude, it was so good, right? I want to go see that again. I had a very eventful night last night. That's why I couldn't, make a video. I still haven't seen the last Loki um, episode, so I really got to go see that. I'll probably watch that tonight. And then, like I said, Veterans Day tomorrow. And then we have Booth saying, where do you think Grumpy Cat price will go this next bull cycle? Well, I know it's coming. Most of it's public. Comic book, Charity Arm, Whale Circle, and others. Like, I don't know. It'll likely get to $100 million market cap. Chavez, you think it does a 50x? Yes, partly because, again, I know what's coming and not just what I've said. But also because I threw out a deal like, hey guys, if Grumpy Cat gets $100 million market cap, I'll get a Grumpy Cat tattoo. And the Lord works in mysterious ways, and it's going to happen just because of that. It's going to happen just so I get that tattoo. I know it will. Anyway, so I would say 100 million. I mean, there are people that are just like, I mean, honestly, some of the guys that are in, they were in with Sheeb, they were in with Doge, they were in with Pepe, and they're in, and they're not just in for like $7,000 like I was, which is worth like $2,000 now. They're in for like tens of thousands or like $100,000, like six figures, and they obviously know stuff. Even though I'm working on a bunch of stuff, they know other whales that are coming in that are going to be like, hey, we're doing this. And it's like, oh wow. So there's, even though I know most of the stuff, there's some of the things that even I don't know. Yeah, so they're not putting in $100,000 just as like oh, sure, why not? No, they're doing it for like, again, things get manipulated, and I'm sure this will be one of the things that gets manipulated hella upward in the future, even though it shouldn't. Well, I wouldn't say it shouldn't. It's gonna have utility. Like, this is not just another meme coin. Like, it started off that way, but even if it had no utility, this probably would get to 100 million, just because things that shouldn't happen a lot of times do. But again, I know what's coming, so yeah. Sean Gradman says, it took a week off of Veve. LOL. I'm skydiving Friday, Saturday and Sunday last weekend. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, it sounds like so much fun. Congrats, bro. Bill Garner says, it was so good. The Marvels was amazing. Oh my, I can't wait to see that again. Jason Pena, thank you for being a member. Says, Randy, did you unbox your Tony Starks yet? Sorry to have missed it. No, I just, this happened like right at Comic-Con or right after Comic-Con. I was like, what am I doing? Like, odds of me getting the one out of the 3,000, or even me like making money on this, I'm probably not. So I just sold them. So yeah, I was like, all right, this is, yeah. Another time, like after Comic-Con. And again, I didn't work for like 3 weeks because I was sick one week, and then Comic-Con happened that next week, and then my boss was sick the next week, and it just, I didn't work for 3 weeks, and I spent thousands at Comic-Con, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, we're gonna need to save some money here. So I was like, all right. Anyway, Bill Garner says, Kamala Khan is so fun. Dude, I love her. Oh my god, she's adorable. And Brie Larson got in shape. So in the last, in Captain Marvel in 2019, I remember I saw it in Germany with my friends. That was great. But in 2019, in her suit, she didn't really have a butt. It was like, oh, you're like that because of nature, and you didn't like work for it. You're not like lifting. You're like that because a genetic blessing. But in this movie, she was ripped, abs, arms, and she had the booty. I was like, all right, that's a girl that squats. That's a girl that's working hard for the body. And so I'm going to be really nitpicky here. I love Monica Rambeau. Brilliant actress. I loved her in WandaVision. I loved her in this movie as well. Again, she played the funny parts funny, and she played the serious parts serious. Love her. However, again, just as a Veterans Day, she's supposed to be a captain in the Air Force. She would not pass a PT test. Like she wouldn't. Like that's, I'm not saying, obviously people have different figures, and people carry weight in different areas. She would not pass a PT test. And and that was like obviously you can't expect everyone to be super jacked and ripped, and people are people, and come in all shapes and sizes. But if you're an actor and you're getting paid in the six figures for this, as Monica Rambeau is, um, and you're supposed to be a captain in the military, like she would like maybe a reservist, but anyway, that's just something that I noticed. And again, being super nitpicky with it, I love the movie. It was great. Gonna see it again. Moving on. Sean Gravel says, I want to go again this weekend, but too much going on in Pokemon Go. I jumped about 25 jumps last weekend. Oh my God, that must have been amazing. I'm cool for now. Yeah, wow, that's incredible. Congrats on Pokemon Go though. Pokemon Go is legit. Booth says I'm buying more OMI as we speak. Yeah, I want to get more soon. In 3 weeks I'll get more. I have a bunch of stuff to do. Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, I love. Um, sorry. That's a good. Sorry. Where was I here? Oh, Darcy Donovan started a live video. Very nice. How much? Okay, moving on. The Marvels movie was mid. Oh, Booth. Oh, oh, how dare you, Booth? Marvel's movie was. I mean, again, it depends what you like. It had some of those silly moments that like Thor Ragnarok had. Which I love. I thought that was great. But it had some really good serious moments too. Nicholas J. Nick Fury's really. I love him. I love Samuel L. Jackson. I love the dynamic with Kamala's parent. Like I hate parents like that are just so super strict for no reason, and it's like, oh my God, like if you only knew, like only knew how lucky you were to have this kid, to have the temperament, to have like a kid like that, and just that's oh God, I hate that. God, you need to pass a test to be able to drive. You need to pass a test to do a lot of things, but anyone with any IQ and any fudged up mindset can have a kid, and I hate that. And like, I get it. I get it. You don't want government control of who can and can't have kids, and it's like, but fudge, man, that's oh God. There are some people who just shouldn't be parents. Anyway, moving on here. I want to go. Bill Gardner says, "Get it, get it." Darth Cass says, "Ram booty." Oh yeah, she had the booty. Monica, I again don't talk about it. Love her, amazing actress. But yeah, good times. Anywho, I will go back to Grumpy Cat Russell's question before of just saying, "Hey, you can talk about the military a little more." Deployments are great. Well, in my experience with deployments are great because you get extra money. Um, Depending on where you go, you can get what anywhere you deploy, it's tax free. So not having to pay taxes is amazing. Heck yeah. But then you have places that you could have hostile fire pay or imminent danger pay. The one that I always got salty of was the separation pay, which is like, well, I get it. If you have, a family, if you have a wife, you have kids, whatever, you get separation pay. Cool. It's like an extra couple hundred a month. But fudge, man, am I like just because I'm not married doesn't mean I ain't missing my friends. I ain't missing my doggo. Ain't missing my peeps. And that's like what sucks about the military. One of the things is that like my friend Kim, well, just a bunch of my friends, we get really close together. They go on deployment. I go on deployment. When they come back, like there are teams that literally high five on the plane, and it's like, good to see you. See you in 6 months. It's like oh my God, oh God, I miss my friends so much. Oh God, that's horrible. I need a drink. No, I don't need it. I'm fat and I don't need it. But yeah, it's I don't know. If I told you it's like you're gonna be joining what is essentially a cult that has some weird rules and weird customs, and God forbid you go on outside without your cover. God forbid you go to a plane without your reflective belt on. Like, it is nuts. But you have like the best friends in life that just always love and always remember, but you'll never like it will break your heart so many times. And that's just from, like most of my friends are still alive. Um, but obviously you have some that don't make it, and that hurts in a very different way. Now, obviously, so I'm not going to say like your military friends are going to be better friends than the ones you have at home. It's not better or worse. It's just different, especially when you're deployed. Like living in close quarters with people, for 6.5, 7 months. Uh, you really get to know them. Like it's uh, and that especially, I think the deepest bonds are generally trauma bonding. So you're going through like the shit together. It's like we did it. um, but yeah, like there's good stuff too. Free. Well, it's free healthcare, even though it's really really low grade healthcare. But it is free. A lot of the watch your teeth, because every single dentist will be like, "We're gonna take this teeth out. We're gonna take this tooth out," and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, guy, no, I need my teeth." Now I got my wisdom teeth removed, even though only one of the wisdom teeth really needed to be removed. But you know, did all four. Uh, ugh. Would not recommend. Was not good. Did not enjoy. 0 out of 10 would recommend. Maybe 1 out of 10, because if it needs to be removed, remove it. But not medical advice. Um, but you know what makes it all worth it? The free Veterans Day meals. I cannot wait for that. Anywho, we'll go a couple more minutes to make it to the hour, but that should be it for the show. Oh, we got a message here. Um, oh God. Inside our all-in real Lambo. um, somebody said, so somebody messaged me the other day, said like, hey, there's a lot of people dumping OMI. I was like, yeah, they'll sell themselves out at some point. Better people dump now when, rather than when we're mooning. If it drops more, I'll buy more. So I was, and then they just messaged back like, but by then the crypto bull cycle is over. You will end up waiting 4 to 8 years. Like, listen, if any, if uh, if any of my friends came to me with that, I'd uh, I'd give them a call and laugh, and I'd give them a call to make sure they heard me laugh at that absurdity, because that's so silly. I think I was going to stay down here for 4 to 8 years. Anyway, Jason Pena says, I did not serve, yet I have looked very few men in the eye and said, I will die for you. Respect. Um, that, yeah, it's strange because you have like, you don't get along with everyone. You don't, but there's very few times that I've seen, and really not for me, but there's very few times where I've even seen it, where people go and be like, and actually say and mean like, if we're downrange together, I'm not fucking helping you, meaning that they'll leave them for dead. It's like, oh my God. Again, that's very, very, very few times, like 99.999% of the time, even if it's someone that you don't like, you don't get along with, and whether it's home station or deployed, it doesn't matter. It's like you have to, you have to. It's like, hey, I mean, I would always, I would always save them, always, because they do that for you. Yeah, it gets really strange, because you have people that really don't like each other, but as soon as they're deployed, as soon as shit hits the fan, okay, they're working together swimmingly. Didn't expect that, because it's a do or die situation sometimes. Again, for some people freak out that they're like not in America anymore. They'll like land and they're like, and it's like, and they freak because they're not in the land that they grew up in. They're in a different part of the world where things are so strange and so different. And yeah, it's wild. One of the things that's wild is so there's this thing you can do called honor guard. where it's, they train you up, like, and they're really hard on you, but the honor guard is going and saying, uh, it's a special force that goes in, and it's not like fighting at all. It's the stuff that, they carry the caskets, and they do like the flag folding, and they do like the 21 gun salute and all that. Um, and most of their job, oh my god, most of their job is horrifically sad. But they said that, like, the stuff that really, like, keeps them up, the stuff that keeps them laughing sometimes is like the drunk people that show up at funerals. And I was like, what? It's like, yo, the tea that happens at funerals. People find out that, they were sleeping with somebody else's spouse, and, like, people show up drunk and they fall in the hole. And it is wild sometimes at funerals. It's supposed to be like a dignified event. And I've never, in the military, I've only been to funerals that were, again, dignified, nothing crazy happened. But again, they're doing like a bunch of funerals each week, and they just said, listen, funny shit happens at funerals. And I was like, oh, okay. I never did that. I don't think I could. I don't think I'm built for that. But yeah, that whatever keeps you laughing at the end of the day. And also, be advised, guys, veterans have a very, very dark sense of humor. Like, it's very, like there's literally a class on it at the end of, when you get out, called TAPS. Oh, TAPS. Called the Transition Assistance Program Services, or whatever, where they go and they tell you, listen, you guys are a bunch of messed up monkeys, and before we release you back into the wild, we have to give you back some humanity. You guys are not going to make it in the civilian world if you act like animals, and all of you right now act like animals. Like, damn, I just walked in the door. What did but, like, it's true. People in the military are wild, and I get it. People like to go and view people in the military as like a Captain America, like, whatever it takes, going, and there are a fair amount of people like that. But honestly, like AMC, where I used to work, not the movie theater, the aerial something something, it was like nicknamed, oh, Alcoholics Moving Cargo, because that's what we all were. Um, it's just people partying until 4 a.m., not going to sleep, and then showing up tipsy to a PT test, and doing the PT test still probably drunk and passing, and and then, getting a hot shower. It's like 6 cups of coffee, and then going into work, and it is wild. Yeah, it's I mean, at work is a lot. It's really hard. Um, Thankfully, I will say that I never did. Well, I never went to work drunk. But there would be, like, in the dorms, I'd be like, okay, surprise, surprise, like, commander's call in the day rooms, like, my guy, I am on, like 2 Long Islands right now. I just did a shot. Like, every Chavez, better get in your fucking uniform. You better be in that fucking dorm room. Or better be in that fucking, like, wherever we're doing, like, the all calls. Like, oh my god, he's telling me to do this, but I'm, like, on my time off. I don't want to be drunk in uniform. And then, okay, you're drunk in uniform in the day room, and it's like, oh god, I hope nobody smells it on me. But everyone else, it's insane. Every time someone like dies, I have this thing where, like, we're gonna make your lives miserable. It's like, okay, our lives are already miserable. Make it, yeah, sure, make it more miserable by banning alcohol in this specific building, so we have to go to another building and drink. Great job, guys. Oh my god, I feel like I'm bringing up all the bad stuff, but that's where, like, the fun, that's where the fun stuff is. It's um, I don't know, like people, oh god, people throwing each other off of roofs that are tied to 2 mattresses. Oh my god, or people, like, I get back from, like, a 12-hour shift. I It's a wild party going on already at, like, 7, just 7 at night. I didn't even go to the gym yet. We worked from 7 to 7. Um, there is someone in a Big Bird costume running up and down the hall screaming, "I killed Sirius Black." And I was like, oh god, it's like my first, like, full week here. and then I get back from the gym, and then um, Big Bird is like passed out somewhere. There's someone in a chicken costume playing Pong. I was like, wow, this is gonna be a fun 4 years. This is gonna be a fun time. Anyway, Sean Guy says, I seen the movie The Marvels last night. No spoil. Oh no, I don't watch the beginning of this video because I posted some spoilers, but I said, hey, no spoilers from here, or the spoilers from here and 2 minutes from now. Come back in 2 minutes, and did. Anyway, Crazy Dan says, best personal investment advice: take care of your teeth now, or you're really going to regret it later on. Regular 6 month cleaning and checkup and frequent brushing and flossing, for real. Yeah, 100%. Also, Crazy Dan, thank you for being a member. Yeah, floss and brush every day. And then, yes, you should go to the dentist for cleanings every 6 months as well. Jason Pena says, thank you for being a member. Like Maverick and Iceman, I would imagine. Well, thank you for your service. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Boost a spoiler, they all die. Yeah. So there's no canon events. I remember my friend Wilshon at the end. Every now and then we had a down day in ramp in the Air Force, and every now and then, so it would happen maybe like once a month. There'd be a down day, not much going on, so we would watch a movie, and then Wilshon would be like, Dumbledore dies. For every movie that we watch, it's like, what movie we watching? We'll watch Fury or we'll watch whatever, and be like, I was like, oh, no spoilers. Okay, Dumbledore dies. And then one time we watched Harry Potter. Oh God, what's the sixth movie? And the Half Blood Prince. And then we're all waiting on Wilshon. Like, anyone die in this movie? He's like, nope. it was fun. It was good times. Anywho, we are at the 10. Oh lordy. We are at the 10 o'clock. It's been about an hour, so I will end this right here. I will thank you all for being with me. I might do a video tomorrow. I might not. As veterans, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I will be very, very happy eating all of the food. I will work out in the morning. I worked out today. I played pickleball for a while. But yeah. Anyway, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Thank you guys for joining. I love you. Bye.